first things first, the title probably made you click on the video. So an interesting thing I found out today, 2 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 2 in the morning, I found a video that said the world was flat. And I'm just thinking in my head, what? How is the world flat? So I did some research on it, and there's a lot of evidence that the world is flat.
At first, I laughed at the fucking thought that someone would even think that the Earth is even fucking flat today with us going to the moon and all that stuff. But when you dabble in this shit, you come to find out that, the moon fucking landings is almost a fucking joke. And this is me saying this. I'm an average Joe. I don't got no motherfucking, PhDs or none of that shit. This is just common sense. If you watch the NASA motherfucking Apollo missions in today's day and age, in 2016, and matter of fact, you show a motherfucking kid that wasn't even born, that was born in the year 2000, these fake ass fucking videos, they're gonna tell you, what the fuck is this shit? This is a joke.
I was watching this documentary with my mom's friend, and it was about the flat Earth, and it was a bunch of whole theories, and they actually built together like a big puzzle on how the map company USGS or something like that, like everything in their flag and their logo, and all the things about that it's like a flat Earth, like the Earth is flat, and that we're in like a dome, like the hollow Earth, and all that crap. My brain just farted. To me, the theories have some validity. I don't know, let's just say they seem pretty valid to me, but I don't know. My brain just my mind was blown because it was literally a freaking 2-hour video.
And the video ended. She's like, "So what do you think?" And I'm like, "I think the Earth is flat." She's like, "Just like that?" Like, yeah. That she's like, "But that doesn't blow your mind, is it even possible?" And I was like, I watched the video. I listened to the arguments presented. They seem very logical, very easy to prove. As far as I'm concerned, the Earth is flat.
And so I was really surprised one day when an online contact who I had received what I would consider excellent and highly credible information from started saying things like, "Space is fake." I laugh thinking about it now. But, my father actually used to work for NASA. So crazy. And I remember telling my husband, this is so crazy. Why is this colleague saying this? He's not making himself look very credible or smart or so. And yet, I found it intriguing. And because I respected the source so much, I decided to investigate his claims.
In September, he sent me a text message. I was at work, and said, "Hey man, I think the Earth is flat." Now, despite the fact that I had a lot of respect for him and thought the way that I just said that he's a genius and an expert on many different things, that one kind of took me by surprise.
So my husband and I have been kind of researching the flat Earth. And I know a lot of you guys might be asking, well, haven't we been taught in school that the earth is round and everything? Well, it's crazy because, yeah, we've been taught all this, but we don't really question stuff like this because we've been told all these things our whole life. So to think about that you're living in a flat earth is kind of crazy and absurd, right? But actually, once my husband and I started researching it, it actually became clear that maybe we might not be living in a round world.
You know, when I first saw flat earth being advertised on certain websites that I look at from time to time, that's what I thought. I thought, this is nuts. You know, we all learned that we were that we live on a globe, that the earth is a sphere, and I had never thought to even challenge that. We're all taught that from the very beginning of our lives. Finally, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I looked at a couple videos on the flat earth theory, and I was impressed. They were making some good points. I mentioned it then to a couple of people in my family, and I was promptly ridiculed, as you can imagine.
It took me months before I would click on anything about flat earth because it just sounded ridiculous, so stupid. But when I finally did, it was one of Rob Skiba's videos, and he had said the same thing. Like, when he first saw flat earth information, he was like, so dumb, like, I'm not going to look at this. I know the earth is a globe. We've grown up knowing this. People have known this for hundreds of years. Why even question it? But I don't know, one day I finally just clicked on it, listened to Rob Skiba, and he was talking about a man named Mark Sargent. He is on YouTube as well, and he put out an amazing video series called Flat Earth Clues. If you haven't looked at these yet, or if you haven't read anything about Flat Earth, but you've been seeing people like talking about it here and there, and you just thought it was so dumb, please go look at that series. It will blow your mind.
Now, when I first got into this, and it was about April of last year, I really didn't know what to think, because it was pretty much mind-blowing. After all, I mean, I'm the son of a NASA engineer. I grew up on the Space Coast. I grew up in the late 60s, early 70s, and beyond, watching the space shots in Titusville and Cape Canaveral and Merritt Island. And this was very, very hard to wrap my mind around, and it took me a long time. In addition, I'm afraid to even say anything to any of my friends over there. I mean, as my Facebook friends, I mean, I have not that many, just over 900, but over 2/3 of them are from people I went to school with, and all of us were space babies. I mean, we have parents that worked in the space industry.
Last August, I ended up coming across this video, and they were talking about the flat earth. See, I still can't help it. That's still my reaction to it. And the thing that grabbed me the most, the reason that I have continued to look into this and will continue to look into this is the math that is given to you to estimate the curvature of the earth is 8 inches per mile squared. Now that means if something's 3 miles away, then you would square that, so 3 times 3 is 9, and then you would multiply it by 8 inches, which would be 72 inches.
Where is the curvature? Where? No curvature.